Hey guys, so I actually have a confession. This video that I'm filming is actually weeks ago right now, my time. It's only a couple weeks into February, so truthfully this is like the first half of February favorites. I know it's cheating, but the reason I'm pre-filming, and I actually pre-filmed a whole lot of videos today that I'm going to schedule for the next couple of weeks, it's because I am going to get my eyebrows microbladed. So by the time you're seeing this, I will already have my brows microbladed. And I'm a little bit nervous because, well, you'll see the whole video on my microblading experience for all the details, but because of some health issues, I'm not super certain how it's gonna turn out. I'm not super certain what I'm gonna be like, so we're pre-filming. Okay, so forgive me for fudging this, but I have pretty much yet to ever miss a monthly favorites video, so I don't really want to start, so that's why I'm just being extra prepared. And these are products that I'm in love with, so, and there's still a whole full shebang, a whole full lineup. So I hope that you don't mind and you'll stick with me because I really wanted to put up this video anyway. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Do have a few palettes I'd like to share with you guys, and the first one is Makeup Forever Star Lit Glitter eyeshadow palette. I have a whole video on if you're interested, and these are the shades. The really cool thing about the formula is that they're very glittery, but in a very unique way. They're very fine particles suspended in a sheer eyeshadow base. The texture is almost wet to the touch. Reminds me a little bit of the Natasha Denona holiday palettes that came out this past year, if you're familiar. Also a little bit of like the ColourPop eyeshadows, except these won't dry out if, you know, obviously, if they're left out. Very unique. I'm obsessed. The nice thing about some of these shades is that they're not only just like glittery, but they have different tones in them. My favorite shade is Prism. This guy reflects purple, blue, silver, gold, all in one with sort of a burgundy base. It's really unique and just super lovely. I mean, all of these shades are gorgeous, but this was a huge favorite. I think that I will continue to love this. One complaint, if you watch my video, you'll hear all about it, but one complaint is that I did receive this palette damaged. Cold weather, I think, shrinks them, like the Natasha Denona holiday palettes, but I'm going to be protective of it because it's delicate. So pretty though, I can't recommend enough. Another eyeshadow palette I've been reaching for over and over again these last few weeks has been the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. Oh boy, this guy is a gem. Formula of both the mattes and the metallics are amazing. There's actually also like a couple satin shades. Sorry, my palette's so messy. It's just I've been loving on it. The actual packaging is really nice and sturdy. More sturdy compared to their 5-pan palettes, which upon impact can break easier. These are insulated by foam core and really nicely padded, so I actually don't mind traveling with this. I keep this in my to-go bag, I call it. Let me just swatch this guy. I have videos using this guy too, so if you're interested, definitely check those out. so insane. And the matte formula in this is also really nice. They tend to be nice and creamy, even though initially her matte formulas weren't like my favorite things in the world, but look at that. So good, so good, so good, so good. I've been absolutely obsessed with these warm tones. I think that they just look so flattering on a lot of skin tones. A lot of times I have clients tell me that oranges and reds intimidate them, but they're liking all the Instagram posts they see and would like to be able to try it, but they're scared. And if you're one of those people, you stick to neutrals and you're a little bit afraid, I would say a palette like this would be perfect because you do get the bright tones like the red and the yellow. But if you cover up those two shades, look at this, you pretty much have yourself a neutral palette. So the great thing about that is that you can take these brighter shades and anchor them with more neutral shades and you'll be just fine. I feel like until you try it, you never know. So good. I feel like you have everything you need to create many different looks in this palette. It's fantastic. So the next palette I'm going to talk about is a hardcore favorite. I know last month I talked about the sister palette of this guy, but this month I've been really loving Citrus especially. Last month I was like Daria, Daria, Daria. This month, because I've been so in love with these warm tones from the Sunset palette, what better to use on the face than Citrus? Oh my gosh, this guy is such a beauty. It's such a beauty. And I have quite a few of the shades on today. I've got the Diamond Glow Cream base on. I've got the Duo Glow all over. I have the cream blush, the powder blush, and I have a little bit of the Glow Extreme. The only shade I don't have anywhere on my face right now is this guy. And why not, right? So I'm going to just show you this guy. It's like a glittery highlighter. It doesn't come off as super glittery, more like a slight shimmer, but it does give off more of a glittery glow than I'm used to for a highlighter, which is why I don't grab it quite as much as some of these other shades, but I love it. I'm not saying I don't love it. I just sometimes wear it, sometimes don't. So this guy is absolutely phenomenal, really beautiful, has those warmer tones. Daria is a little bit cooler. Check out my friend Jody's video on this. We did a collaboration video where I talked about Daria and she talked about Citrus. Such a fun palette. Can you tell that I like Natasha Denona? I mean, yes, her products are amazing. Okay, so I have another eyeshadow to talk about. I have it swatched here on my hand. This guy is from ColourPop and it's called Glass Bull. It's the most beautiful duochrome. It has a silvery reflect, some violet, some blue, some red. It's so mesmerizing. I absolutely love this. I have a little bit of the shade on my lids today, but I've been absolutely obsessed with that shadow. ColourPop's really affordable, so why not, right? It has almost a wet to the touch feel. It reminds me a hell of a lot of the foiled eyeshadow formula from Makeup Geek in texture. It almost feels like it has some oil content, something like that, that makes it moist. Yeah, I said moist. I think this month I've been really into some sheer eye looks. So yeah, this almost has like a sheer feel to it. The Makeup Forever shadows I showed you have like a sheer base to them. It gives a really nice editorial finish, and you can build them up, of course, but they're just really ethereal and pretty. I like them. Okay, so I have a couple more complexion products. I know I talked about a whole highlight and blush palette, But I've been loving another blush and another highlighter on top of that palette. And the main reason is because I keep these in my to-go bag. So when I am doing my makeup on the run, I'll grab these. And when I'm at home, I'll grab the Natasha Denona. Just depends on the day. This guy is MAC Lovejoy Mineralized Blush. It's such a gorgeous color. It's a little bit deeper than I usually wear for blush. I normally go for like really light lavenders or pinks or neutrals. This guy is, let's see, I've had him for such a long time. It's a gorgeous bronzy tone. Again, I've been going for those warm tones recently, and it's a rosy, burnt terracotta type of shade. It's so pretty. Blended out on the cheeks, it just gives the most beautiful flush of warmth, almost like a blushy bronzer on my skin. Absolutely gorgeous. This is what I've been keeping for on the go. And the highlighter that has blown me away, I think I talked about this in last month's favorites, but I can't stop admiring it. It's such a beautiful rose gold shade. This is the Maybelline number 5 Molten Rose Gold, and I also have the gold shade that everybody's talking about, but I think this guy is way more unique. I definitely have dupes for the Maybelline gold shade, but this one is different. It reminds me a little bit of the shade that's coming out from Becca collaboration shade that has the Eiffel Tower on it. I haven't seen it in person, so I don't know how accurate the comparison is, but when I saw it online, I was like, that looks a lot like my new rose gold shade. Love it. It's so smooth, looks so glowy and bright, and it's a true rose gold. It has the pink and the gold elements, which normally rose gold highlighters tend to run a little bit deep for my skin tone, blending it out. Look at that. It just makes the skin look wet. Such a beautiful color. I've worn this on the eyes as well and on the lips and everything. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Definitely go check this out. Pick this up at your local drugstore. You won't regret it. You won't. The next favorite I'm going to talk about, I'm actually wearing. It's these false lashes. These are the Ardell accent lashes that are magnetic strips. So it comes with an upper band, lower band for both eyes. So one set has 4 pieces, and you sandwich your natural lashes in there. I have been absolutely loving them for daily use. I keep this also in my to-go bag, and the great thing is it takes 2 seconds flat for me to apply these. I don't need any glue. Super easy. They stay put all day. I've worn these on excursions in the Windy City of Chicago, and they've stayed put perfectly. They're really beautiful. They allow me to give myself permission to wear false lashes every day, because I didn't really wear falsies on the daily. Well, I definitely didn't. I wore them for special occasions and things like that. You know, they have limited reuse, and not that a good pair of lashes can't be used over and over again, but my best pairs of lashes usually allow me to wear them for about maybe 30 times, which if you wear that every day is 1 month. So you're going through it at least 1 pair a month if you're wearing them every day. Whereas these, they have unlimited reuse value because they're just magnets, so you're not getting mascara on them, not that I would with other falsies, but you're not getting glue on them, and I don't know, it just allows me to feel freer with reusing these. So I love them. I think that they're not perfect because I needed to trim the inner half so that it would mesh better, and I think I need to trim this one a little bit more because you can kind of see the difference between my natural lashes and the start of these guys. I think I trimmed this pair a little bit better. And the other thing is, if you look up close, you definitely can see the little tiny magnets. So they're not perfect by any means, but I like them I mean, I would feel guilty about putting on a pair of falsies and using up one of the uses if I was just going to Target or something, you know? But I always wanted to look glam on my daily basis, so I would layer on the mascara. But these, honestly, it's become way faster for me to do out the door instead of sitting there layering mascara. So I don't recommend any of the other styles. They're just such a pain in the butt. It does have a little bit of a learning curve how to apply them, but once you get a hang of them, so nice. And the accent style is the only one I would recommend. Okay, now I have a couple of face products to talk about. I've had a rough month with my face. Yes. So I was going through a super crazy dry patch. If you guys saw my video, that was my first impression of some foundation. The Dior foundation. The first impression of the Dior foundation that was combined with the first impression of the Hourglass All Hours concealer. You can see there in some of the close-ups, my skin was miserable. It was so freaking dry, and I think part of it was my fault. It was like partially dehydration, partially weather, partially my illness that affects my skin. All of those things together made for a miserable, maybe about a week and a half or so. But I think I've kind of recovered a little bit, and my skin has been doing a little bit better. And the one that I kept going back to was the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This guy is oil-free, and it's more of a natural matte as opposed to a dewy foundation like my Giorgio Armani, things like that. But it actually feels not drying on my skin. I've loved this for a long time. I find it to be really reliable. It's just a solid, non-irritating, customizable amount of coverage type of foundation. What I mean by that is that it's very buildable. I can get a very lightweight finish, minimal finish, use it almost like concealer or something where it just like spot correcting, or I can do full-blown glam with this guy. Just really pretty. I genuinely enjoy this a lot. It's not the foundation I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the Milani 2-in-1, but I've been wearing this almost every day. And the concealer I've been really loving. So again, in that video where I first show you my first impressions, I wasn't crazy about the amount of coverage because it's not full coverage. But recently I've been wanting more of a medium coverage. This has been awesome. It's the YSL All Hours Concealer in the shade 1. It's very natural and lightweight, which I like. It's not very buildable in that you can't like build it up to full coverage. It looks not great when I do that. But otherwise, I mean, this stuff looks so much like skin. It's so beautiful. It's like invisible on the skin. It's so pretty. Look at that. You can't even tell where it is, but you can tell that covered the staining that was on my hand from the swatches. It's really, really pretty. I do highly recommend it. I think it's gorgeous. I don't recommend it if you need very full coverage. If you need really full coverage, look at the Tarte Shape Tape or the Soft Matte Complete Concealer from NARS. I prefer the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. It works better for my dry skin, but a lot of people like the Tarte Shape Tape. But this, if you want something really natural and really, yeah, really skin-like, oh, so pretty. Absolutely love it. I have an eyeliner to show you guys. So what I have been pairing with my Sunset palette from Natasha Denona has been my Melt All Day Everyday Metal Bond Eyeliner in Golden Ticket. Oh, it's so pretty. It's such an intense gold. Look at that. This I've been using less for like lining and more for a base. So I'll throw this on, kind of smudge it out all over the lid or in the inner corner, and then go in with shadows or whatever, and it just, this is so pretty on its own. It's so metallic. I really love the formula of these melt eyeliners. I find that they stay put really well, and they're just really creamy. You don't have to be tugging and going over the same spot over and over again to get it to show up. They're very pigmented. I love these metallic melt eyeliners. Very, very pretty. The lipstick that I'm wearing on my lips right now, I do have a little bit of gloss over it, but it is the Pat McGrath Elson lipstick. You guys. Oh, this may be my favorite red lipstick. I don't know. I have some really nice red lipsticks. Star Woman from NARS. Oof. And I have a Louboutin red lipstick. I know. But this guy, so flattering. Such a classic red. Very comfortable, very pigmented, very perfect. So pretty. Oh, I have mine in limited edition packaging. It comes with the duo Omi and Elson. You guys, I don't really like Omi. Am I the only person on the planet who it doesn't flatter? My friend swears it looks fine and I'm tripping. But I don't know. Every time I wear it, I'm like, undertone on my skin tone, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. I think I need to have that perfect eye look, perfect complexion look that complements Omi. Anyway, I'm going off track. Elson. Yes, please. Everything. I don't know why on camera in photos, I feel like it always comes off on me as like orange based, but it's described as blue based, and when I look at it, it looks blue based. Whatever. I guess it's a little bit more neutral, but it's stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I absolutely love this lipstick. Definitely worth it. Most of the time, I like reds to be in a liquid to matte so that there's no smudging on teeth, no smudging across the face, but this guy stays put really well. So much so that I felt confident enough to put a gloss over it, which is very unlike me. The gloss I put over it was Burning Love by NARS, the Velvet Lip Glide. Freaking love that color. Okay, 2 more lipsticks. This is the Perfect Nude. Perfect. Perfection. The ColourPop Luxe lipstick in Appy. Everything about this is to die for. It's not too pink. It's not too golden. It's such a perfect nude. Freaking love this lipstick. It has a slight scent to it, like a, I don't know if vanilla is the right word, but look how cute the packaging is. It's very Charlotte Tilbury-esque. It's got these little stars in rose gold packaging. Even has the little stars on the sides of the bullet. Appy, been using this a ton. I just throw this on and it always complements anything. It's such a gorgeous shade. Freaking love it. And the last lipstick I'm going to share with you guys is Sleepless by Dose of Colors. It's a pretty neutral mauve brown. Every time I see Sleepless, I'm like, Sleepless in Seattle. It just like goes without me thinking. I'm just like, Sleepless in Seattle. I don't know. I think because my aunt, my great aunt, loved that movie. Freaking love both of those shades. Compared to this guy, this looks so orange, but it's really not. Okay, so those are my monthly favorites. I hope that you enjoyed, and forgive me for filming it a little bit early, but yes, please leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know what your favorites this month were so I can check out things that I haven't heard of and haven't tried. I would love, love, love for you to give me some recommendations or just say hi, because I love chatting with you guys. If you're new to my channel, definitely say hi, and I can welcome you to my Cake Face family. And for all my returning friends, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. And I love you lots, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.